Well, good afternoon and welcome to the island of Jeju for day 2 coverage of the JejuSamdasoo Masters. Timothy Lowe here, welcoming you along to Blackstone Golf Club here on the beautiful holiday island of Jeju. Yoon Ina, a pair of 68s, leaves her at 8 under par, setting the pace. She currently leads by 1 over Yoo Hyun-ju, who carded a 70 this morning to go along with her opening round of 67. There were two tied for the lead coming into today, An Ji-hyun and Yoo Hyun-ju. There's lots to look forward to here on Friday afternoon. Year 1, last year's Player of the Year. Yoo Hae-ran returning from a very successful season, so far anyway, on the LPGA Tour. That was Park Hye-jun, who's currently plodding along. Even par for her day, 4 under for the championship. Kim Min-byul is going to be out in our coverage as well. Here's the Korean Women's Open champion, Roh Seung-hui, her tee shot at the par 3 7th. The fairways are soft, but the greens are firm, so you really have to be precise with your distance control. Great shot there from Roh Seung-hui. Now, Bang Shin-sil, the bomber. Eagle opportunity here at the par 5/8. Much like Yoon Ina, they have very similar games. Try to eat up the par 5s, really make your score on them and hang on the rest of the holes. Just create lots of opportunities for herself with her prodigious power. That eagle's not going to drop still. A 2-putt birdie will do just fine for Bang. Second season on the KLPGA Tour, already a multiple-time winner here in South Korea since turning pro early in 2023. Now Park for her par. That's the 9th to turn in level par, 36. Yeah, well done. That looks like Lee Ye-won chipping from the back edge of the 7th, currently 2 over par is Lee. A couple of wins already this season. At the moment, outside the projected cut line. Looked like a pretty heavy lie. All she could do was hit a little stab and run, and well, that's not bad, but it's not exactly stone dead just yet. Venture across to An Ji-hyun, just starting her round. Began on the 10th hole with a couple of pars. This her second to the 12th. Overnight co-leader. What a lovely thing it is to see Yoo Hae-ran back in South Korea. Really enjoyed her time on the LPGA Tour, gaining a lot of experience, banking a couple of nice checks as well, factoring in a couple of major championships, no less. At home is always where the heart is, and Hae-ran feeling very comfortable back amongst old friends here. It's just going to be a par at the 7th, though. First 2 victories as a professional did come at this championship, the Samdasoo Masters, in back-to-back years, as we return to Bang Shin-sil, just mopping up for her 4 at 8. I believe that's a new putter that Bang Shin-sil's put in the bag. That's one of those new lab putters that really have made a big impact in the world of golf over the last 18 months or so. new test for the ladies here at the 11th Samdasoo Masters, playing the Blackstone course on Jeju Island, host of some other big events on the men's tour. The European Tour has been here a couple of times. Graham McDowell, Miguel Angel Jimenez and Brett Rumford, all winners here. The old Valentine's Championship. A driver at 9 for Shinsil, who gets a friendly kick, avoids that rather penal fairway trap. So Hyun broke through as a professional at the E1 Charity Ladies Open back in May for her first title. Takes it over the edge of the penalty area. We did see a bounce, but I'm not sure that stayed up beyond the red stakes. So as long as it's dry, she'll get club on it, no problem. That looks like Kim. No, that's Ro Seong Hui at the 7th for birdie. Very nicely done. Good putt there for Seong Hui. Now, curious case of Sunghyun Park. Once world #1, multiple-time major champion, and then just lost her game. Just like that. That is how fickle the game of golf can be. Unless she pulls something special out of the hat. It's going to be another early weekend off. 5 over par at the moment. Park Sung-hyun. Third into the 8th for Lee Jae-young. Just coming up a little shy there, but no problem. Still yet to win on tour. Just have a couple of runner-ups this season. Kyochon Honey Ladies Open and Park Min-ji at the Sultry Queens Masters at the start of June. He's been knocking on the door plenty. Ji-hyun. Lengthy effort here. Not one of those you're really expecting to make too often. Just give it a good roll, and if it drops in, it's a happy bonus. If not, 2 putts. Nothing wrong with that. Almost a happy bonus, but that just about snuggles up inside tap-in range. See that penalty area down the right-hand side of this par 4 ninth really does force the players towards the trio of traps on the left side. Park Sung-hyun lost in the golfing wilderness over the last couple of seasons. We can only hope that she gets her game back. She finds something again. She finds that spark, and it will certainly delight her fan club who have shown up here to Blackstone to try and cheer their hero on. Saw the approach come up just a little short for Lee Jae-young. This now for birdie at the par 5/8. Just wandered right around that midpoint of the putt, kicked it offline. Just a par then. We saw it bounce, didn't we? It did kick towards the general direction of the penalty area for Bae So-hyun. Pretty sure it was past that little hedge. Wait, I think they're looking in the right place. It's got to go up a little bit further. There you go. We found it wedged against a rock, so more than likely she's just going to take a penalty drop here. Have to play her third from the thick rough. Again, that rock outcrop within the margin of the penalty area, so she can take it as a penalty drop.
나무 생산 위쪽으로 가서 위로 떨어진 거 같거든요. 나도 이렇게 해서 지금
An Ji-hyun now for her par at 12. Park. Just a little flicky wedge in. People seem to forget she was the original big hitter. And I say this in the nicest possible way. She had a guy's golf swing. Like the amount of rotation she had, the amount of speed she could generate, and had some great hands around the green as well. That's a fine shot for Park. That is, unfortunately, the ball of Bae So-hyun. Yet we're not going to be playing that one. Damage your clubs. Probably end a career trying to gouge it out of that boulder. I'm pretty sure that's below the margin of the penalty area. You can see it right there. You'd have to think this is a fairly elementary drop situation. Just find the point where it last crossed the margin of those red stakes and we'll take 2 club lengths from there. Bang Shin-sil, not one to wait about, ready to play her second from the left rough.
기점 때문에 이제 그런 거거든요.
요 나무라는 얘기죠?
네, 이 나무보다 공이 우측으로 돼서 바운드가 된 건 봤는데 이게 라인 윈지 바뀐지는 확신은 안 돼요.
네. 그냥 이거는 최종을 했을 때
네.
그래서 봤을 때 그 숫자를 봤을 때 지금 선수들이 이쪽을 얘기하거든요. 어느 쪽이 나도 나왔어? 그러니까 이쪽에서 그 지금은 사진을 보고
언니가 어디? 나는
이쪽에서 그쪽 피해가 봤을 때
피해가 봤을 때 나는 확실하게 나무 우측을 봤고 아니 왼쪽을 봤고
저도 여기로
바운드로 보긴 했는데
네. 요 라인 쪽에서 이렇게 되었거든요.
네. 그 정도? 네.
네, 슬라이스로 들어갔어요.
네.
이 지점으로 치우는 거예요.
네, 감사합니다. 그냥
We see it coming down there, so the question is, where's it last crossed the area of the penalty area? It looked like it was cutting. I don't think she's got to go more than sort of 15, 20 yards back. Yeah, right over, I have to say, almost right over that red stake you can see in the middle of your screen right now, because it didn't get past that, didn't get past the margin. Yeah, no chance. So should be a A pretty straightforward ruling here for Bae So-hyun.
네.
얼마인가요?
121 나왔거든요.
이거 18 나오면 얼마
Penalty drop taken. Bae So-hyun now ready to hit her third into this ninth after a rather lengthy ruling. Again, get out of position here. Mistakes and mishaps on the golf course will be inevitable. The important thing, especially as a professional, is to never compound those errors. You just go into damage limitation mode, accept the fact that, all right, I'm just going to find a way to secure a 5. If I give myself a good look at 4, great. But I'm not going to bite off more than I can chew, trying to force an up and down from here. And suddenly you bring double bogey into the picture. Oh, caught a flyer straight through the back of the green, and now that's no walk in the park now. Look at the shot she's left herself. An Ji-hyun at the par 3 13th. Never relinquished the lead after posting a 67 yesterday morning. Just a little long and left. Much will depend on the lie, what kind of option she has from there. Bae in a spot of bother at 9. Found the penalty area off the tee, took a drop, flew it through the back of the green. Hasn't drawn the best of life. She's got to come over the corner of that mammoth bunker at the back edge of this hole. Everything's going to be sloping away from her once she pitches it on the green. And the only way to get this one close is you have to fan that club face open, hit a really high, sort of long, lazy flop. And the upslope is going to certainly help her get good elevation on it, but the risk you run is you just get a little bit too cute. You don't hit it quite hard enough, you end up dumping it in that trap, and now you're going to really start making a mess of this par 4. Sort of long, slow, high pitch shot she's got to hit. Visualizing her target, almost trying to hit it through a window. That's what Phil Mickelson used to say about trajectory control. Really good. About as good as she could have done from there for Bae So-hyun. Seung-hui Third into the eighth. Doesn't like it. Getting a touch left. Oh, wasn't left by much. She's got some high standards, the Korean Women's Open champion. Really good shot. Oh. Park Hye-jun off the straight and narrow, but she's got an avenue through the trees here on 10. Didn't clip any branches on the way through, and that is a lovely recovery from Park. Shinsil. The opportunity for Bang. Keep going, keep going. Good effort there. Come on, Sang-hyun. Let's start putting some birdies together. That's low. Lost it low early. Never gave it enough. Playing well, those don't bother you, but when you are struggling, it just heaps a little extra pressure on. Think, how many of these opportunities am I going to get? Now Heyran came up short with her third, so now pitching at 8. Beautiful touch there from Yoo Heyran. He'll become the first player to win 3 JejuSamdasoo Masters titles on the KLPGA Tour. First start back in quite some time. This would be an all-world 5 from Bae So-hyun on this 9th. It'll feel like she's earned it. Not often you say that about dropping a shot. Oh my goodness, and done all the hard work. She's gonna walk off with a double bogey. Park Hye-jun after threading it through the trees. Birdie opportunity here at 10. Left to righter. A little more than she thought. Hyun. Ball did actually find the green there at 11. Confused by that angle, that camera angle off the tee. Roh Seung-hui, birdie. Seen players just struggle to read some of the greens here at Blackstone. I don't think you need to start this one outside the hole. If you're Roh Seung-hui, just keep it inside right edge perhaps with good pace. Yeah, really nicely done there. Good for the Korean Women's Open champion. Tiddler left for An Ji-hyun's par at 13. right. Safely in. Fabulous weather, clear skies ahead. It's day 2 of the JejuSamdasoo Masters here at Blackstone, Jeju, where Yoon Ina leads by 1. So back edge of the 9th green. So we're going to find Lee Jae-yong. Ball looks like it's just sitting down a little bit in that sort of sticky fringe. We're not going to get too much check on this. Pretty much a firm left wrist and little pop and run. That'd be the shot required. Touch heavy-handed there from Jae-yong. So as the players make the turn, they'll start with the par 4 turn, 356 meters, pretty much a straightaway. What you see is what you get hole. Decently wide landing area, bunker on the right, does catch out the occasional errant tee shot. Really, players will be coming into this green with much club in hand, usually about 7, 8 irons, 9 irons and wedges for the longer hitters. This green rather kidney shaped and angled diagonally, guarded by a deep bunker short, and pinned at 8. It's down that left-hand side, so important to be in that left half of the green. You could be struggling to two-putt if you do happen to find the front right edge. As far as greens go here at Blackstone, probably one of the flatter targets that the players face. Shinsil, plenty of speed. That bunker on the right will be in play if she just hangs that club face open a touch. Should be one of those players I mentioned earlier that's going to be coming in with just a little slick wedge. Excellent position now. Back to 9, and first look of the day at Choi Ye-rim, who narrowly got pipped by Ji-Han Sol 2 years ago at this championship. She was actually leading going into the back 9 before Han Sol ran her down to collect a third tour title. Ye-rim still yet to win on the KLPGA, so was involved in the playoff earlier on this season against Park Hyun-kyung at the McCall Mona Park Ladies Open. Having a very productive Friday, 2 under the card, back in red figures for the championship. Now, Bae So-hyun, could she shake off that double bogey at 9? Just going to stray into that thick rough. Certainly reduce the amount of spin control she'll have in that approach. Back to the 9th. Look for Jung Yoon-ji, finds the target. Well done, Yoon-ji. I have to believe she's only had that one win on the KLPGA Tour. That was back at E1 Charity Open last year at South Springs. 2 years ago, I should say. In a 5-way playoff. Jae-yong. A lot more work than she would have liked for her par here at 9. It's just an unforced error from Lee Jae-yong. Sloppy bogey. Seung-hui, nice position here, well down that fairway, and more importantly down the left side. 136 left, so it should just be a smooth 8 iron, maybe a 7 iron. firming up, so you need to land this short and have it release just like that. Another sublime iron shot from the Korean Women's Open champion. Surely another birdie on the way. And Park Hye-jun second to 11. Gets that one to toss out an anchor nicely. It's going to use that slope beautifully. Great shot. Now, An Ji-hyun up at 14, the par 5. This is her third. So a lot of players struggle with their distance control into this elevated green yesterday. Oh, unlucky. That was where yesterday's hole location was. That's going to be a slippery putt that An Ji-hyun's left herself. Now, Yewon. Looks like Park Sung-hyun needs to find a couple of birdies. At the moment, outside that projected cut line of 1 over par. Low 60 and ties make it. 64 players currently at 1 over or better. Just a little unlucky. That one's going to take the ridge and go funneling back away from the pin. Iran flirted with the penalty area, but that's okay. She's safe. Bit of an awkward stance, though, for you.
아직까지는 실감도 안 나고 되게 얼떨떨한 것 같아요. 제가 우승했는지도 잘 모르겠어요. 꼭 해보고 싶었고 못할 줄 알았어요, 사실. 근데 해내서 너무 행복해요.
Far enough back where she was in the flat of that bunker, Park Sung-hyun, but can't see where she's going. It's a pretty deep trap. And she's not going to be overly enamored with where that's ended up. Big shoulder of the green to contend with for her third. Now Hye-ran, slow putt coming up this steep hill for birdie at 9. she'll be used to playing quicker greens than this out in America. Green stimp is 12, sometimes 13 in a couple of golf courses. Not even major championship layouts, it has to be said. Now Bay. Straight at it. Pretty good shot there from Bay So-hyun. Expected a bit more of a jump from that line, but certainly you hear no complaining from her where that's ended up. Yeah, we get one. It's got to be positive with this one. It's going to be slow for about 3/4 of the putt, but when you see that grain change, the change in color, dark green around the hole, that's down grain for her. It'll start to gather pace just when it hits the top of that crest. A really good try there. Couldn't ask for anything more. A solid par 4 for Player of the Year. Shin-Soo leading like that one's out a little right. Let's get a little help off that slope. Just a little sloppy there with only wedge in hand. Ji-hyun really needs to give herself better looks at birdie than she's had for the first couple of holes. It's going to really start to gather pace from there. Here it comes. Here it comes. Settle down. Not bad, but just tough when you're having to putt defensively from that sort of range. Doing well, though. Gets a nice clean card so far. Park Hye-jun after that lovely second. This for birdie at 11. No, not to be. It's a matted down looking lie for Park Sung-hyun at 10. Everything works away from her once this ball lands on the putting surface. So just got to carry this onto the fringe, maybe a foot past, nothing more. Oh, she's played it too well. Oh dear. Very much in danger of making the task nigh on impossible now. Back to 9 and Hye-ran for par. Good two-putt there from Yoo Hye-ran. Over for her round though. Much a bit due to that slow start, going bogey in her first 2 holes. Yeah, An Ji-hyun for another solid two-putt. Oh, well done. Roh Seung-hui for yet another birdie. Okie dokie. She's on the move this Friday afternoon, now up at 5 under par with 3 birdies in a row heading to the turn. Shin-Soo right to left to here. The birdie at 10. Good try. Nice positive roll there from Bang. This would be a lovely bounce back for Bae So Hyun. Left it in a nice spot underneath the hole. Putt that breaks from right to left, so she can attack this one without worrying that it's going to get away from her. Decent effort there for Bae. You think about the record that she had even before going to the LPGA Tour. 10 wins here in South Korea. Now 30 years of age. That is going to be another bogey. Park Sung-hyun. Professional titles throughout the course of her career. 7 of them on the LPGA Tour. Former Women's PGA Championship winner in 2018. Won the US Women's Open in 2017. Top 10s in every single major championship. This slump has lasted much longer than it should have. She falls back to 6 over par. Still no change at the top of the board. It's Ina by 1 over Hyunju. Shinsil just doing the right thing, going with position, not power, off the 11th tee. Well, that's left. We saw Hwang Yo-min run into some problems left of this hole yesterday that needs to get down. Okay, gets a very friendly kick back into the step cutter rough. A huge break there for Bang. So Hyun doesn't quite have the speed of Bang Shin-sil, so she's going with the more aggressive option of hitting driver. Oh, but she is not going to get as fortunate as Bang Shin-sil, and well, we saw Hwang Yo-min in that very bush yesterday. So Hyun's just on the edge of it, so she might be able to manufacture a swing from there. That ball sitting down in the rough for Park Hye-jun, up a hit at 12. Easy. Just gonna scuttle through the green there. Certainly not the worst spot to miss it. Not to today's pin. Ji-hyun said she needed to leave herself better looks at birdie. I don't think this constitutes that. Wide of the target here at 15. Having to pitch for her third, and you saw where she was standing. It's going to be on a bit of a downslope. They'll do well to get this one inside a 5-6 feet. Oh, great touch there from Han Ji-hyun. Very well done. It's a makeable chip, this one. Take a slightly more straight-faced club. Throw it out a little bit left. Have it rolling like a putt as soon as you can. Oh, gosh, that popped up straight on her. Curious shot. Tee shot at 11 for Park Sung-hyun. Just got to throw caution to the wind here. Just go at every flag that you can. Certainly got to attack with wedge in hand from 109. Good break off the tee. Can she take advantage? Flirts with trouble, but keeps that one on the green. Hyun to complete a very nice up and down for par at the 15th.
여기다 이렇게.
Looks like she took the lead for an unplayable lie, so 2 club lengths, drop it on the cart path, and then have the option to re-drop it there. But again, we saw this option from Hong Yo-min yesterday, playing it off the cart path. Not a terrible idea here at the 11th. While she works out those numbers, we'll go back up for a birdie putt here at the 12th. And in it goes. Lovely roll there. Park Do-young keeping her chances of making the weekend alive. Needs a couple more of those. Just got to pick this one clean, really. Might have some branches in the path of her backswing. Lovely contact there. This one should have spin if it pitches on the green. Okay, not bad. After that rather poor pitch shot, this for par now for Park. Dear. Unforced error. Drop shot. Still no one's claimed that new Lincoln Nautilus electric vehicle available at the 13th hole. Can Park Do-young be the one? Today on 13 cut at the top of a little intersection of a couple of humps. Not easy to get close to. This one's on a good line. This one's on a great line. Oh my goodness, just carry too much steam. That close to a new car for Park. Another look at this one.
뭐야? 뭐야?
So quick one down the hill for birdie at 11. Great touch once again from long range for Bang. This one's heading left, and oh, certainly hope it's come out of its pitch mark. That is an unpleasant bunker to find at the 13th. So Hyun can't get it to go that close, but just hasn't that been the summation of the last couple of seasons for the now 30-year-old Park? What was once so easy has become rather difficult as we go back to the 13th, and Park Hye-jin looking to bounce back after that silly little bogey at 12. Going to be a slow one for Bae So-hyun up and over this slope at the 11th for par. Settle down. Been a rush of blood to the head there for Bae. Good tee shot at 10. A good second shot at 10 for Jung Yoon-ji, but unable to convert. Remain 1 under par. Still only 7 shots back with, what do we have, 44 holes left to play for her. It's a marathon, not a sprint this week in the 72-hole championship on Jeju Island. Bae So-hyun is cruising along comfortably at 2 under par. Just a couple of holes ago, took a double at 9, has taken another double at 11, and now falls outside the projected cut mark at 2 over par. That's how quickly things can change. Now Roh Seung-hui has been flag hunting over the last couple of holes. No different there at 10. Really striking her irons beautifully, Seung-hui. Ball thankfully did roll out of its pitch mark at the 13th for Hyun Se-lin. That's a pretty good bunker shot. The 16th tee, and An Ji-hyun. All pars so far today for the overnight co-leader. That is a fine tee shot. Probably the best look at birdie she's had so far on Friday. Now Park Hye-jin at the 13th. First of the par 3s on this backside.
끝에서는 반대인데.
그러니까 이까지만 생각을 해주고 여기서 전화처럼 딱 라인 이렇게만 있고 그래서 조금 더 이거 살짝 올려봐.
Now, you feel 1 over par should be safe. Even par, definitely safe. Just to get to 2 over for Park Do-in. Hit the flagstick off the tee, but only results in a par 3 for the rookie. Birdie chance for An Ji-hyun at 16 after a delightful tee shot. Snaps hard from left to right. And that was just a touch tentative. Par saving putt for Hyun Se Lin to remain even par at the 13th. Oh dear, just dove off at the end. And that's a bogey that drops her onto that 1 over par mark. Not making it easy on herself. Lee Jae-yong. Second into the 11th now with that water short right of the green. Good sensible shot there. It's 20 feet left. Good play. Now Roh Seung-hui for a 4th birdie in a row to get within 2 of Yunina. Oh, not this time. Good try though. Another good tee shot for Bang Shin-sil, straight down the pipe on 12. Working with a slight downhill lie though, which will knock down that ball flight ever so slightly. Just a little wide, but avoids the greenside bunker. Somewhere behind there is Bae So-hyun. Up and over this clump of trees. Blind second shot of sorts. That's a nicely struck approach. Find the green. 2 putts, no guarantee. But all things considered, that's about as good as she could have done. Ji-hyun, second to 17. Still seeking a first birdie of the afternoon. At least a club short there into the elevated target. Ball well above the feet of Hyun-se Lin here at 14. That should be a nice full yardage for her third. It's this par 5. Park Do-young also just laying up with a hybrid. Last to go, Park Hye-jun. Being in this right half of the fairway, those overhanging tree limbs do come into play if you're going to hit a 3-wood of sorts. So going with the iron, keep it down the left side. Back to Lee Jae-yong now at 11 as a birdie putt. Try to get her back the right side of par. simple up and down than she left herself on 15 for An Ji-hyun. Oh, this one's tracking nicely. Keep going. Roll out. Now, another wonderful little pitch shot. Bang Shin-sil's third at 12, just off the edge of the green. Yeah, pretty well played. We'll have about a 6-footer coming back up the hill for par. Yun-Se Lin. Been in the front of the green on 14, so much more accessible than it was yesterday. Yeah, good shot there. Park Do-young plays right around like an 80-meter shot with the elevation. That should get some help off the slope. Come on down. Come on down. Okay, good shot there. Clever use of the topography of this green at 14. Okay, so here, second half of this putt should be pretty quick, but that's laboring to get down to the pin. Hyunjin's third. Just full sand wedge here, throw it into that backstop, bring it back down, just like that. This is going to be good. Lovely shot. Can Roh Seung-hui continue this impressive display of ball striking from the fairway? She's got an 8-iron from 121 at the 11th. Oh, right on line again. Now, Yu Hei Ran little bit further down the fairway on 11. Only 107 left. This one should come to a stop pretty quickly. Now that's more like it from the two-time Samdasoo Masters champion. Fine shot from Yu Hei-ran. Didn't miss a cut in the first 28 starts as a professional. Really took to the play for pay ranks like a duck to water. She go back to Bae So Hyun for par to keep herself at 2 over here on 12. Okay. Stops the bleeding, does Bae. But it's birdies she needs. She wants to be around for more golf this week at Blackstone. Now Hyun Se Lin for birdie up ahead at 14. Don't hear the clink, it hasn't dropped. Shinsil for a par of her own back at the 12th. Touch clumsy there from the middle of the fairway to walk off with a 5. That one's going to sting for Bang Shin-sil. Back to even for her round. For a much-needed birdie, Park Do-young. Good birdie there. Now inches ever closer to the safety of that 1 over par cut mark. Now year one. Bit of a cross-country effort, but she's going to need some of these to start going her way. That'll help. Nice birdie there for Lee Year-won. Takes her to 1 over par. She is fighting hard. Last year's Player of the Year. Good birdie there for Park Hye-jun. Really clever approach into this front pin. Balances her books for this second round. Roh Seung-hui up and over a mound. Keep turning, keep turning. Oh, she just didn't hit it. She's not making her life too difficult. Roh Seung-hui. Tap in pars, plenty of good birdie opportunities. Can't expect to make them all, but she's taking her chances today. She is making some good moves this Friday afternoon still. She trails Yoon Ina by 3. After that brilliant approach into 11, Yuhei Ran is going to convert for birdie. The shot that she gave away on the 10th, back to 2 under. Up to 13, Bae So Hyun having a crack. That's more like it from Bae. Good swing, lovely shot. Look at birdie to come.
콩만 있으면 혹시 플레이하겠습니다. 앞에 멈춰주세요.
Should be a very soft 6-iron for her. Took a nice soft bounce as well. Great shot, great response after that drop shot at 12. Jae-young back on that 12th green, right to lefter for a birdie. This one drops for Lee Jae-young. Nicely done there, after the delights of several members of the gallery. First birdie of the day comes at 11. Now, An Ji-hyun. Third shot into this closing par 5 18th. You can see the pin there cut in that front section. Not want to be short coming into this green. So it's not going to be. Fine shot there.
어제 있었는데.
어제보다
Birdie look here for Yoonji. Back at even par now. She could do with this, Bae So Hyun. Going to move off the right for her. Now, a little rambunctious with that knee knocker required for par.
승률이 50%가 넘었잖아요, 우선. 나머지 두 개니까 두 개 다 하고 싶은 마음은 있지만 그래도 둘 중에 한 대회라도 우승을 하는 게 제가 또 이제 목표를 바꿔서 이지스카이 남은 두 대회, 한 대회는 꼭 우승을 하고 올 시즌을 마무리하고 싶습니다.
Stuck it close on 11. Can Yu Hei-ran do the same at 12? Oh, you bet she can. Starting to turn on the style now, Yu Hei-ran. Now Bang Shin-sil after that lovely tee shot into 13. This now for birdie at the par 3. Little bit more conviction on that line. Park Do-young, second into 15, one outside the projected cut line with 4 holes to play. Can she stick around for the weekend? Eight straight pars to start her second round. An Ji-hyun now putting for birdie at the par 5 18th. It's on a nice line, she just hasn't hit it. Front nine where she's just pretty much treaded water the whole day. A couple of good up and downs at 15 and 17, but no progress made. Ji-hyun will turn in 36 and head on over to the first tee for her back nine. Roh Seung-hui has had eyes for pretty much every flagstick since we came on air about an hour and a half ago. It's her second to 12. Another fabulous iron shot. Full pitching wedge into 15 remaining for Park Hye-jun. Throws it a little deep. Not her best effort, and I don't think that's going to stay. Just catches that little runoff. It's poor, with only wedge in hand. Lee Jae-young. But started the day 4 under par. 4 early bogeys, just coming off her first birdie of the day at 12. Got 5 iron here at the 13th. Not gonna hold, but very nicely struck for Lee. Roh Seung-hui back on the 12th for birdie. Great try. Just shaves the left edge. Shinsil opting for a 3-wood here at 14. We'll need to hit the driver. Can't get home in 2 on this par 5. Now he ran for back-to-back birdies. So it should just move a little right. Very nicely holed. Yuhei Ran starting to make her move on the inward half this Friday. Coming up this little runoff for Park Hye-jun. Just pitched it into the slope, killed all the speed, and now struggling for a par. Check back in with Leo Wan after that great birdie at 11, looking to do what Yuhei Ran just did, go birdie birdie. No, just slides wide. This would make her track up the last 3 a little bit easier. Park Do-young for a birdie on 15 to get inside the cut line. Not this time. Great try though. Still got to keep your focus on these length putts. No gimmies out here in the professional game. 300-yard driver, a 3-foot putt, they all count as a shot. Okay, nicely mopped up. Now for par at the 15th, Park Hye-jun. Okay, had to work for it, but no damage done to the card. Scrambles away unscathed on 15. Seong Hui just to tidy up for her par at 12. Shinsil. 3-wood off the tee. Looks like she's got hybrid. Maybe even a 3-wood again here on 14. I don't think she can get it on the front edge, not to this raised green. She's clearly trying to push it up this hole as far as she can, leave herself just a little sort of 50-yard pitch in, but yeah, to a front pin, that's not the easiest shot. Oh my goodness. That's come off the heel. Dead straight into the tree in front of her. I think we did see a ball kick, but that is... And she has the capability for strange moments like this where you just kind of question, you're going, what are you actually trying to do here, Shinsil? I mean, if you can't get there in 2, why even bother with a 3? We'll just do what Bae So-hyun's doing. Get a long iron. Give yourself a nice full yardage. This pin's very gettable with a full wedge. You can throw it into that backstop. Just no need for unnecessary risk. Park Sung-hyun just getting relief from a sprinkler head interfering with her stance or swing. She'll work out that drop process, and she's got 3 wood, and well, I don't blame her really. Not the same position as Bang Shin-sil. Golf course can be a hopelessly lonely place at times, especially when things aren't going your way. Back at 8 over par now is Park. This is one of those times you just feel for a player like Park Sung-hyun. Yes, she still is a big draw. She was a massive draw back in her prime in the late 20 teens. You're struggling with your game. You're clearly not feeling it, but you've still got all this attention on you. I mean, we've spent so much time today looking at a player who's going to miss the cut by a country mile. It's unenviable, the position that she finds herself in. A little magic here, though. I'll try to get it all the way up there. And that's just caught the front bunker. Now, Lee Jae-yong. Birdie look at the 13th. Should move a little from right to left. Good little pop stroke there. Oh dear. Breaks across the front edge of the cup and refuses to drop. See the giant windmills in the distance. Not moving an inch, so it's been unusually calm this week at Blackstone. Now Shin-sil, after that bizarre decision to hit 3-wood, thankfully a ball's kicked out of thick stuff. Still, this is certainly not where you would want to leave yourself for a third shot. Still got a pretty long iron in her hands. She would have to start this left of those branches and try and cut it around, but she's looking up. Is she far enough back where she can sort of hoist one over that trouble? Because, I mean, this is... If she doesn't make perfect contact with this, it's going to come out low and clatter into those trees, and who knows where this is going to go. The trees, contact didn't sound amazing. Where has that finished? I don't think the cameraman knows either. I suppose the good news is at least she's walking away from the tree line, but it's not exactly a walk of a player who's supremely confident where that third shot's finished. I have to say it's probably the same bunker that Park Sung-hyun is in. Of course, Sung-hyun in there for 2, Shin Sil in there for 3. Yep, there you go. Pair of balls in that very deep trap. At least it looks like they've got clean lies. Right, let's watch some actual golf now. Up on 16, and Park Do-young got a 7-iron. Again, needs at least a birdie in her last 3 holes. Oh, looked a little quick from the top. Has she gotten away with it? No, it's just going to hang up in the fringe. That's a good miss, not disastrous there for Park. Now Heyran back at the 13th. Beautiful shot. She's starting to find her rhythm, Yoo Hye-ran. Another lovely iron shot. And a good look at birdie. So we got Park Hye-jun. 1 club less in hand. Sounded like much better contact. Is that going to stay up? I think it should. Yeah, fine shot there from Park. Bae So-hyun, her 3rd shot to this 14th hole. Seeing the recipe here, just throw it a little bit long. Use the back slope. Ooh, not that long, Bae. Not that long. That is not going to be a fun birdie putt now. Been on a charge today. Can she keep that going? Got a hybrid here. Just has to chip one, really. Oh, another fabulous shot. She really is playing some great golf tee to green. Now, 4th shot for Shin Sil. Out of the trap. She's making unnecessarily hard work of this par 5, I can tell you that much. Now Hyun Se-lin at 16. Maybe this would be a 7-iron for her. Whatever it was bang on line. It's a long bunker shot for Park Sung-hyun, but she's on the upslope, so she really has to commit and accelerate here. Maybe square up that club face a little bit more. Oh, terrific touch. Shades of the Park Sung-hyun of old. Her fan club, they still believe. It gives you a sense of how deep that bunker is at 14. Young. This chip's going to have a bit of right to left movement in it. Don't think she struck that quite as nicely as she wanted. Got a nervy one now. Finding 1 birdie in your last 2 holes. Tough enough. Don't need to have to find another. Roh Seung-hui hasn't made a birdie since she made the turn. She'd love to pick one up here after this great tee shot. Finally, another one goes. Ro Seung-hui to within 2 of Yoon Ina's 8 under par lead. Very nicely done indeed. She really was overdue to pick up another birdie. Those great chances she's given herself. Now, as I mentioned, not a fun putt for Bae So-hyun. Just got to get this to the very crest of that slope, and gravity and the contours of these green should do the rest of the work for her. Asking for that to sit. Yeah, really. It's always to be expected from up there. It's almost impossible to leave it short. Severity of that backstop. Now Park Hye-jun for a birdie at 16. Shin-sil for par at the 14th. That is going to feel like more than one shot drop from where she was off the tee. Just needs to minimize these mistakes. They come far too often for the prodigiously talented Bang Shin-sil. Run for 3 in a row. Slam! Tickles it in over the front edge. Yuhei Ran to 4 under par. That's more like it. Kim Se-lin for a bit of breathing room. Now, just a misread straight off the bat. Good 2-putt. Bae So-hyun. She gets the line wrong as well. Park Do-yeon now in danger of missing another weekend in 2024. Now for birdie now. Park Sung-hyun. Okay. Good birdie there. Just got to take these little confidence boosters when you get them first of the day. She's propping up the pile at 7 over par. It's the 11th playing of the JejuSamdasoo Masters, and it's Yoon Ina who still leads by 1. Well, An Ji-hyun, and the quest for a birdie has hit the front 9, her inward half. About as good a look as she's had all day long. Finally, one drops. Great 4 there. Opens her account for the afternoon and moves within 2 of Yoon Ina. Choi Yerim, runner-up 2 years ago at this championship. Back at 2 over par, battling to make the cut. That's a good shot into the 14. Young, slight downhill lie into 14. Always makes it tricky trying to play to an elevated target, but she's done nicely. So Hyun. So that graphic earlier, she's 3 over par for this second round. Good shot. Jung Yoon Ji coming up to 14 as well. This one's going to be close. Highest point of the slope. It's the maximum help from it. 3 great shots into this par 5. Sail in at 17. Just a 9-9 from 132. Shinsu, driver, she's got to cut a big chunk out of this dogleg. You go straight, you're going to run through the fairway, and that's a big hit to get it to that spot. Brave tee shot from Bang. Now, Hyejin hit at the 17th. Him. Oh, she was up and out of it quickly, she knew. Oh, those are the putts that frustrate golfers. You know it's got no chance the second it leaves your club face. Did all the hard work, just couldn't convert. Lee Jae-young. Just be a left edge putt from here for birdie. Yep, nicely done. Second birdie of the day for Lee Jae-young. Tail of 2 9s at the moment. Not a birdie on the front side, not a bogey on the back. Jung Yoon Ji for a birdie of her own. She's coming slightly uphill, so be a bit more aggressive with it. Pulled it. Yikes. That is a mistake you can ill afford to make if you want to get your hands on some silverware at the end of a week. G remains even par. Now, Hayrod. Third shot. Up to that 14th green. Birdies at 11, 12, 13. A little wide there, but still gives herself a look. Just a punchy one into 15 for Bae So-hyun. Oh, fine shot, straight at it. Yeah, what? Not a very good shot at all for Leo One. Bit wide, a little short. Hui now. Third shot. Just have a feeling this is going to be another dart. Yep, here it comes. What a display of ball striking the Korean Women's Open champion has put on for us today. Sublime stuff. Could she be leading going into the weekend? Well, took a driver off the tee, stayed aggressive on 15. Now his inside of 100 left for her second shot. Okay, pretty good from Bang Shin-sil. Lin. Not quite a must up and down, but it would certainly make her life a little easier playing the par 5 18th. Gonna have to go on for about 10 feet. This is a must-make, really, for Park Do-young to have any chance. Birdie putt on 17, 2 outside the cut line, can't afford to leave it short. She has. Could very well be the end of her week. Still could haul out on 18 for a third shot, being a par 5, but statistically rather unlikely. You have on just the wrong side of a little spine here, so it's going to be coming downhill. Straighten up a bit as it gets to the cup. Really would have expected her to be no more than half the distance of this from birdie. After such a great start this season, winning in Thailand at the Blue Canyon Championship in Phuket, picked up another couple of wins. Really supplanted at the top of the money list and the points list by Park Hyun-kyung after Hyun-kyung's playoff victory at the McCall Mona Park Ladies Open just over a month and a half ago. Became just the 10th player to make more than $1 billion Korean won in a single season. Did that last year en route to the money title and the points list title. Very good shot into 17 from Park Hye-jin. She make the most of it. Yes, she can. Lovely 3 there for Park Hye-jin. Takes it a 5 under. Back inside the top 10. Oh, hey, Ron. Can the barrage of birdies continue? She's got this on 14 for 4 in a row. special stuff from Yuheiran right now. She too gets to 5 under. And for the first time today, goes under par for her round. Now Hyun Se Lin for par at 17 to stay on the mark at 1 over. Well holed. Well done, Hyun Se Lin. Par 5 18s to come. Now, Bae So Hyun would love to get to 1 over par. This is a birdie putt on the 15th. Just hadn't hit it. Had not hit it. She knows that could be costly. Now, Roh Seung Hui to get within 1. Oh dear, did not look positive, didn't commit to it. And that is a golden opportunity squandered for Seung Hui. Shinsu for the bounce back birdie. She's hit a couple of good putts this back nine, but nothing's really gone in for Bang. Ceylin. Just a par here will do for her. Just laying it up, leaving it handy at the par 5 closing hole. That'll do just fine. Now, back to the front nine. The second shot into 2 for An Ji-hyun, her 11th hole of the day. Jae-young looking to continue her march back towards even par for the day. Second into the 15th. Good for distance there, nicely controlled. Oh, this is an awful looking lie for Park Do-young. Don't think it's going to matter too much in the grand scheme of things. 2 outside the cut line, dreadful lie. She even managed to get that back on the fairway. Yes, she has. Now, Bae So-hyun has reached the 16th tee. She's got 7 iron. Needs a birdie in one of these last 3 holes.
공식 때 47에 똑같은 바람에 7번이
Jung Yoon-ji. Such a simple golf swing. Really so proficient. Through the bag tee to green. Sit it. Year in, year out. She can just figure out a way to hold more putts. Certainly deserving of more than one KLPGA Tour title. And a third shot for Park Do-young. Still too far back, so just a layup. Got the heavy artillery out. Is she having a crack at this, Park Hye-jun? Got it up pretty close. Up and down there takes her to 6 under. Right in the thick of things. Now Shin-sil back on 16T. Take anything on the dance floor, preferably in that front third. That will do nicely indeed. Good shot. Putt it from the rough on the second hole, An Ji-hyun. Don't often see that. It's worked out well. for Do Young at the home hole. I'm afraid it's going to be an early exit for one of the candidates for Rookie of the Year. Not the start to the second half of the season that Park Do Young would have liked. Now back to Jung Yoon Ji at 15 for birdie. That one needs to take a chair. That was absolutely hammered, and she is livid with that flat stick. Rightfully so, too. Bae-So-hyun just a little wide on this 16. He's got to throw this one up almost towards that back fringe. Try and use that, the slope, the little spine to feed the ball towards the pin. Everything maneuvers from right to left from this angle. Took the aerial route, trying to take the slope out of play entirely, and I just don't think that was the right shot. Landing on downslope, we got limited control of how it's going to go shooting off. Third for Park Hye-jun at this closing par 5. Very nicely played, little nipper there. Sure of that to go into the weekend at 6 under. Lee Jae-young. Another birdie, this time at 15. Oh, she's just a different golfer since she made the turn. That's a third birdie of her back 9. Takes her back to 3 under par. Good fight back there from Lee Jae-young. One back starting the day, was one inside the cut line at the turn. And finds herself back at 3 under for the championship now for Park at 18. A lot of cheering going on somewhere on the golf course. I'm sure we'll be kept abreast of what's happening in a couple of moments. Violent horseshoe, but it will matter not to Park Do Young. Your closing birdie. Missed the cut by 1, you miss it by 10. It's still a weekend off. Oh, I wonder if this was anything to do with the raucous applause we heard earlier. Park Sung-hyun for birdie at 16. Birdie at 14, coming off a bogey at 15, and, well, surprise, surprise. Full credit to her fan club. Despite the fact that she's not going to be around for any more golf this weekend, still showing her plenty of support. Now, Hye-ran at the 15 is coming out of the second cut of rough. Got to play for some release from here. Came a lot slower than she wanted. That could be a little finicky. Not sure if that stayed out of the bunker or not. You can see Lynn downhiller for birdie. Okay, that's all she needed to do. 2 putts. She will squeak into the weekend at 1 over par. Par saving putt at 17 to thank for her. It's a 2 under par round of 70 today for Seilin. Nice recovery after that opening 75. Now, Roh Seung-hui. Time from 120. Imagine this is going to be a little punchy one. Try and take some off it. Trying to cut one in, but she just leaked this out a little too far right. For a closing birdie, Park Hye-jun region. Well done indeed. That's a really nice finish for Park. Picks up 3 birdies in her last 5 holes. 2 under par 70 for her. In 2 of Yunina. Now Shinsil, a birdie at 16. It's so many good putts today. She's due to hole one of these. It's not going to come here on 16 though. Just outside of the bunker, but poor lie for Hayron. Very awkward. Takes great hands to judge this one correctly. Just unable to get any sort of spin control on that. Yeah. Got a chance.
웬만하면 칠 거면 여기 맞춰도 되겠다. 그죠?
네.
Bae So-hyun now for par at the 16th. And it's turning into a bit of a nightmare for Bae, who drops to 4 over par for this second round. I think she's there on the 9th tee, 2 under for the championship. She's dropped 6 shots since. Oh. Well. Surely that's all she wrote for Bae So-hyun. Disastrous double bogey. Year 1 pitching from long left on the 15th and making a nice fist of things there. Good touch. Jae-young 7-iron here at the 16th. Another lovely tee shot. She's going to take a great amount of confidence in the way that she's responded to a difficult start today. Go up to the 18th hole. Second shot of, looks like Kim Min-byul, last year's Rookie of the Year. Let's look at her this afternoon. Would need an eagle. She's got the power to get there. Oh, skirt the bunker. Yes, it will. Well, she's got a chance. Iran for a momentum-preserving par at 15. No, not this time. Gives back one of the shots she's picked up. Back to even for her day. Looks like Choi Yeon-woo going alongside Min-byul, coming up the 18th. Chu needs something special to finish here. Birdie would do it for Choi. Stay there, stay right there. Okay. Outside chance, but it's a chance nonetheless for both Minwell and Enwoo to stick around for a little bit more golf this week at the Samdasoo Masters. Still letting one rip off the 17th. Quick pickup of the tee, which usually indicates a good thing. Got a feel for Bae Hyun. It's just turned south in a hurry this second round at Blackstone. Birdie putt for Ro Seung-hui now. Get within one. Squandered a great chance at 14. Shaves the edge on 15. In her mind, she should be leading this tournament right now, but she's not. She trails by 2. Coming into the third. 1 under today, not a drop shot on the card. And is that going to catch the slope? No, unfortunately it will. And that's going to be another testy 2-putt from the wrong level of this green. To the closing stages of this second round, Ro Seung-hui and An Ji-hyun, the closest pursuers to Yoon Ina, still out on the golf course. It's still Ina who leads the JejuSamdasoo Masters. Second shot to 17 now for Bae So-hyun. He's pretty much a miracle from this point at 4 over par. Last chance saloon for Kim Min-byul at 3 over par. This is a pitch for an eagle, and it has to go. For last year's Rookie of the Year. Gave it a brave run. It's going to be a closing birdie, but unlikely to be enough to see more action at Blackstone this week. Birdie Kim Min-byul. Little consolation for her. Given the par 70, but that 76 yesterday really did its damage. Park Sung-hyun got a wedge from 106. And a great shot. And a great champion. Just really hope she finds a game again. It was a delight to watch in her prime. Now, Jae-young for another birdie. Well, early reaction tells the story. Just a little high. Choi Yeon-woo. Can you close out your round in style? Got a chance, you know. It's got a chance. Oh, Choi Yeon-woo. What a way to finish off, and what a way to make it to the weekend. A closing birdie there, a 69. Terrific birdie for Choi. Clutch stuff there. Should be cashing a check at the end of the week. Now Shin-sil second to 17, looking to follow in Park Sung-hyun. Threw it in a little deep, and that's going to catch the little runoff, unfortunately. Yep, we'll stay up there. That's a good break, though she's got some scruffy dead ground to contend with. Ji-hyun, slow putt from the lower level of this third green. Coming up under this back plateau. Not a bad effort. Pretty good pace. Roh Seung-hui has reached the 16th tee. She's got 6 iron. Absolute machine this afternoon with those clubs. Another stellar iron shot for Roh. Keep the card clean now. Ji-hyun for par at 3. Oh dear. Oh, and that's still gone by a little. And Ji-hyun's slipping back. I just had a look at my scoring terminal, and there is good news for the players at 2 over par. Right now, exactly 60 players, 1 over par or better. So if one of those players drops back, the 2 overs are in. Still quite a bit of golf to go this afternoon, so you never know. The 1s are definitely safe. The 2s, well, they still have a chance. It's a good tee shot for Heyran at the par 3 16th. Shin-sil looking to putt this one through the scruffy imperfections to the edge of the 17th green. This one's going to be slow, working uphill, and should slide to her right. Good pace there for Bang. Lovely smooth swing for Lee Jae-young. They're at the penultimate hole. Bae So-hyun for a birdie up on the green. Can she shake off that little three putt back at the third? This is a tee shot to the par 3 fourth. Okay. Safely on the dance floor. There's An Ji-hyun. It's going to get a little closer. Good shot. Yeah, for back-to-back birdies, Park Sung-hyun.
플레이하겠습니다. 플레이하겠습니다. 조용히 해주세요.
Shin-Sil just to tidy things up for Park. Ooh, tried to get away, but it didn't. Safely in.
Yes, yes, overall slightly uphill.
Here on the opportunity here at the 16th. Ooh, slams that one well past. That touch has deserted her a little. Chinsil has reached the home hole. With her power, she could reach into. Good tee shot. But she's found one. Good shot for Jae Young, but just pitched it a little too far up the green. Still going to be a birdie putt. Rosie Hui. Another great look here to get to 7 under. Don't need to give the hole away from here. Just an aggressive line with good pace will do the trick. Yes, well done. Nicely holed there. That'll feel good. To a share of second now with Yoo Hyun Joo. An Ji Hyun for a birdie at 4. Well done. Nice bounce back there for An. Picks up a birdie at 2, drops one at 3, and well, gets it back there at 4. Well done. Back inside the top 5 goes the overnight leader. Here on, just a little tiddler left here. Looks like Rosie Hui's butt. Don't want to give the hole away. Well done. Now the penultimate hole here at Blackstone only measures 334 meters, but does play slightly uphill. Pair of fairway bunkers down that right-hand side will sort of force players into the bulbous area of the fairway down the left half, and your second shot will be played from right around 120 to 90 meters. Make your way up to this rather slopey green, a real trademark here at Blackstone on Jeju Island. Pin today, fairly gettable spot, just in that front third, but a lot of runoffs that players will have to be wary of here. Go a little bit too long, it's going to feed into that central valley. Go a little right, it's going to tip off into that chipping area right of the green.
저도 금방 끌게요.
Xionghui with that birdie on the 16th will have the honour here at the 17th tee.
저 왼쪽 언덕 말하는 거예요? 아니면은 우측 여기 째 볼록 튀어나오는 거?
왼쪽은 저 카메라 안쪽으로만.
Jae-young, uphill putt on the green for birdie. Flatter ball flight than most of the girls on the KLPGA tour. Be useful if it got breezy around Blackstone this weekend. Bae-so Hyun second to the 18th. Just took a bogey back at 17. It's just collapsed since we made the turn, since we got to that 9th hole. Right, we came on it. Been a tough watch, really. Yeah. Back at 2 over now. She's on the upslope, which is certainly going to help here. Well, within range for Park Sung-hyun's second to the last. Oh, that is special. That is a lovely shot for Park Sung-hyun. I just want her to roll that in for a lovely eagle curtain call. She still got the game. She still got the shots. Just looking to piece that puzzle together. Shin-sil. Really hoist this one up high in the air, have it come down nice and soft. Just looking at a front edge number here. Back on the tee. Jae-young. Well, club in her hands indicates how she's going to play this hole. Not one of the longer players on tour, so we'll play this par 5 the conventional way. We saw Park Hye-jun in a similar area earlier on, so it's a pretty straightforward up and down left for Bang Shin-sil. Clip this one quite nicely, play it with some speed. Get a little check. Very nice. Well, chance to go into the weekend 5 back at 3 under par. Seung-hui, perfect position on 17. 7-iron from 127, slightly uphill. Stay there, don't catch that runoff. Well, that's probably the worst iron shot we've seen her hit this back 9. All afternoon, in fact. To the front 9 and An Ji-hyun. Go on, Sang-hyun. Roll it in for an eagle 3 to end your week. Oh, not going to be the grandstand finish. Birdie's a small consolation. And the search for her missing form goes on. Sang-hyun takes another weekend off as a professional golfer. 75 today. It does close with 3 straight birdies, so should bring a little smile to her face. Year 1 battling hard to make the weekend, second to the 17th. That is classy, that is clutch, that's just vintage Lee Ye-won. Pretty much sums it up for Bae So-hyun. 2 under par through 8 holes today. She finishes her round 5 over. And will have no further part to play in this year's JejuSamdasoo Masters. Now back to Hae-ran at the penultimate hole. Up a little short there, but no great damage done. Still has a putt for birdie. Now Shin-sil, only playing this group, who's going to be teeing it up tomorrow morning. Yeah, good way to end for Bang Shin Sil. Birdie's the par 5 18th. It's around a level past 72 for her. Plays nicely, within 5 inside the top 15. Lay up now for Jae Young. Just got to keep this left and don't need to bring that right trouble into play at all. Seong-hui. Fiddly one here. Got to play this with speed and spin, trying to clip it nicely. Low checker. Yeah, good shot. An Ji-hyun. So birdie at 5 to get within 1 of Yoon Ina. Oh, made one from distance at 4. Good effort there at 5. Heyran, birdie opportunity coming up here at 17. Never really threatened that one for Yu Heyran. Jae Young's third shot now. Just a little bit long, a little bit right. Leaves you a decent look at birdie. The only real mistakes to come up in that bunker short left. Just carries that on the front edge of the green. It'll work out fine for Lee Jae-yong, who remarkably, despite going out in 40, will have that putt for a level par 72. Oh, yeah, one. Important birdie putt. Move on to that projected cut mark. Okay, gets it to drop. Very timely birdie there from the Korean number one. Chung Yun-ji into the last. Had it to 1 under par at one point, but it's just been a little pedestrian from the former E1 Charity Ladies Open champion. Now Lu Xiaohui, par saving putt upcoming here at 70. Oh dear. That's the second short one she's missed this afternoon. Remember that birdie putt at 14? Just as soon as she had it up into a share of second, she'll slip back to 6 under. Choi Ye-lim. Poor back nine from the runner-up back in 2022. Great closing hole here at Blackstone. Par 5 18th Love Golf Courses that ends with par 5. So longer hitters have the option to go for it in two, but you have to challenge those two bunkers on the left-hand side. Most of the field, though, will play this as a traditional three-shotter. Lay it up right about to the top of the hill, where you can see in the distance where that left trap is. Then play your third shot to this green that sits slightly below the level of the fairway. The one no-no today is that deep bunker short left. Cannot afford to go in there. You can't even see the top of the flagstick if you find the sand, but all things considered, still a very reasonable birdie opportunity for most of the players in the field here at the JejuSamdasoo Masters.
Yeah, kind of right out to the springboard. Maybe that's how it's just.
Hey, run. Probably right on the limit of whether she can challenge this green with her second shot. Take a Sunday best or even give her that option. Just spun out of that one a little. No harm done though. Peels it out towards the large part of the fairway. Hui will be seething with the way the putter has behaved. A couple of occasions this back nine, but still very much in this championship. She's got 3 wood. Playing for position. Slightly out of position. Too cautious there, but again, not going to be too much of a bother. Her game plans to lay up and plays as a 3-shot hole. Up on the green, Lee Jae-yong for birdie. Had a peek in, unlucky. I guess it's going to be a 75, but she will feel mighty proud of the way she hung in there after that difficult front nine. 73 today for Lee Jae-yong. Jung Yun-ji downhiller for the closing birdie. Over par at the halfway stage is Yun-ji. Well, I've just looked down at my scoring terminal, and at the moment, the 2 over pars are in, so this could be to make the cut for Choi Ye-rim. Not sure if the leaderboard around the back of 18 is updated yet, but at the moment, the 2 over pars are in. What a clutch putt there for Choi Ye-rim. Brilliant birdie. Got to keep her fingers and toes crossed in the clubhouse now. And that mark stays at +2, but she's done all she can. Good finish there for Choi. Somewhere in that bunker, I imagine, is An Ji-hyun. There we are. Second into the 6th. Don't look like deep traps off the tee. I guarantee you they are. It's done well from there. Never easy when you're playing a blind approach shot of sorts. Bit of an uncomfortable looking layup straight too far into that right rough like Roh Seung-hui's done, but these modern day hybrid clubs make chopping through thick rough so much easier. Face over there for Roh. Layer 1. As well for her. A little lazy through the ball, but keep that in play. Hera, club in her hands tells you it's going to be a 3-shotter for her. Just 3 holes left in her day on Ji-hyun. A couple of opportunities remaining to perhaps take a step closer to Yoon Ina. That looks a lot more pleasant than being out on the golf course. Lovely way to take in the sights on Jeju Island, that's for sure. Take these ladies almost 5.5 hours to complete their second rounds, and I'm sorry, that's simply unacceptable in this modern game. I think it was quicker than the ladies went around yesterday. Some rounds taking almost 6 whole hours. It's a long time to be slogging out there on a golf course. Heyran, her third shot. Very nicely played. Good shot there from Yu Heyran. Chance to end her day with a birdie. Nothing silly here from Leah 1, and she'll have 36 more holes to play this week. Classy shot there from Lee. anticipate this one's going to be a little bit further right. The two playing partners. Aggressive. That's okay. Now to the 7th tee and the tee shot of An Ji-hyun. Still, no one's claimed that lovely sofa as a hole-in-one prize yet on this hole. Still, 2 days to come. That should stay on the surface. Yep, no problems there for An.
전체적인 건 조금 우측이에요. 근데 끝을 봐서 좀 좁아지긴 해요. 이건 몇 개 해볼까? She end what's been a mixed bag of a day with a nice birdie here at the last. She's going to be first to go. This one will move from right to left. Great try. She'll trail Yoon Ina by 2. 36 holes to play. What can happen? The Korean Women's Open champion in the mix as the second half of the season gets underway here on the island of Jeju. 68 for Roh Seung-hui. The score of the afternoon wave. Iran. But the opportunity here. She's made plenty of them today, but this would certainly a big smile on her face going into Saturday. Not to be. Well, 5.5 hours later, Iran's work is done for the day. Double par 72 for her. Year one. Birdie. Well done. Nice way to finish there for Leo 1. Birdie. Even par at the halfway stage as we head into moving day tomorrow afternoon.
오, 나이스 프로트. 나이스 버디! 윤이라!
근데